In this video, I'm going to be testing out the newly released Claude Computer Use that released yesterday at 5:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This X post already has 37 million views, which is absolutely insane. But we're going to be putting this to the test. This is Claude's competing product to Perplexity Computer Use. As you guys know, Perplexity Computer has really taken off. I'm kind of just playing this demo so you guys can watch it if you haven't already seen this. But Claude basically released this tweet and they said you can now enable Claude to use your computer to complete tasks. It opens your apps, navigates your browser, fills in spreadsheets, anything you do sitting at your desk. Research preview in Claude Cowork and Claude Code macOS only. So I'm a Mac user and I'm a Claude 20X subscriber. So the first thing is that Claude uses your connected apps for Slack, calendar, and other integrations. So I'm going to show you how to use that as well. But the biggest sell point and the biggest thing in this update is they're really selling this dispatch. So this dispatch, I'm going to put it to the test in this video. My goal with this video is just to raw and organically show you guys me testing this out just like you would. So this isn't going to be like an influencer video. This is just going to be me naturally testing this out, showing you guys how to set this up and just giving you guys my overall thoughts. So this is available on the Pro and Max plan. And you can update it. It's with the desktop app and you can pair it with mobile. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is on the Claude app, okay, the desktop app for macOS. I am updated, and what I want to show you guys is how do you actually turn this thing on, right? Well, basically just, first of all, ask Claude Cowork to show you how to turn it on, and it will literally give you a link to enable it. So I can just click this, and here it is, computer use. Let Claude take screenshots and control your keyboard and mouse in apps that you allow. So I'm going to turn this on. So it says, keep in mind, some actions can't be undone. They're like, be careful with this, right? They're like, this can do some damage is what they're saying. But that looks good. We're going to enable that. We're going to send it. But the newly released feature here is this dispatch mechanism. I definitely want to test that out just because this was such a big sell point with this release. But we've got it enabled now. So let's now go back over to Claude Cowork and let's just give it a prompt. I'm going to ask it, let's just say, I want you to open up BridgeSpace and log in. So let's see if it can open up BridgeSpace, which is the vibe coding application that I've built, the agentic development environment that I've built. So it says, let me load the computer use tools and get started. And I'm going to zoom this in. Okay, so this says, okay, so system permissions needed. And this is what happens if it's not integrated with one of their like installs. So if you go down here and you go to get apps and extensions, there's like a subset of tools that they have, right? So for example, I'll just show you this one. So I did download this on Excel, and this is the Claude by Anthropic for Excel, and you can just do allow and continue. It wants me to sign in and stuff, but this is the this is the Claude in Excel, and you're able to sign in here and use Claude in Excel. But they have this subset of extensions that you can use, like Chrome and other extensions that work kind of like out of the box that you won't have to approve for. But if you're not using one of these extensions, you're going to have to, give approval. So let's check this out now. So it says system permissions needed. So let's request, and I'm going to open system settings, and I'm going to turn this on. So accessibility, and it has me go in, and it looks like this is fine. It just needs me to enable this with Claude. So I need to turn this on. Let's enable this. Okay, that's granted, and then screen recording also needs to be granted. So let's also allow this. So screen recording, Claude, we're going to turn that on as well. So we now need to quit and reopen Claude. So let's do that. And okay, so where are we at? Claude. All right, we quit and reopened, and here it is. We're back. So you have to do a couple things so that it can do screen recordings and so that it can have access to these. So submit feedback. No, I do not want to attach logs. No, I do not want you. Oh my gosh, they're hitting me with the surveys. Okay, so let's try this again now. Is this working? I want you to open up BridgeSpace and log in. Let's just resubmit the prompt. Okay, so this is going to be my first experience ever with computer use. Wow, look at this. So Claude wants to use BridgeSpace. So let's allow for this session and see what it does. And, just something to note. Whoa. Okay, so it literally just took control of my entire computer. What the heck? Okay, this is insane. Okay, so Claude just took control of my computer, and it kind of just branched this out. Yes. Sign in with the browser. Also launch Bridge Voice. Okay, so we're going to launch BridgeSpace and BridgeVoice, which is, basically just my vibe coding stack. So I use BridgeVoice for my voice to text tool, which we are currently not using. I don't have it launched. So Claude wants to use BridgeVoice, so let's allow for this session. So it requests access, it gets access, and then it just launches it. Also, it's multitasking here. So Claude is using my computer. It's launching BridgeVoice. So it launched BridgeVoice. It launched BridgeSpace. Let me log into BridgeSpace real quick so that it actually gets in. So this is going to be really interesting, guys. So I did just log in. So I logged in here. Let me log into BridgeVoice as well. And then what we'll do is we'll see if Claude can literally just take over the computer and start like a vibe coding session inside of BridgeSpace. So this is BridgeSpace. So with BridgeSpace, you can open up terminal workspaces, you can launch swarms of AI agents, or you can work in a freeform canvas with Bridge Canvas. So let's see now, can Claude literally take control of BridgeSpace and launch like a workspace? I now want you to use BridgeSpace and launch a new Bridge Swarm. The Bridge Swarm should have 5 agents that are Claude agents, and they should be working in the BridgeMind directory, and they should be looking for security vulnerabilities in the BridgeMind API. So this is like such a broad task. I mean, if it was able to do this, I would be absolutely shocked. So I just instructed Claude Computer Use to use BridgeSpace to launch a bridge swarm. If it's able to do this, it would absolutely blow my mind. I don't know. Okay, wow. So it clicked into the swarm. So it needs to select, I said 5 agents. So it needs to select the preset of 5. So let's see if it's able to do that. And one thing here that I am noticing is the speed. The speed isn't crazy, but look at that, chat. So it was able to click into the squad. So now it should just click next, right? So it should know. Let's see what it does here, because this is a hard task for it. So it's operating my computer, but this is a good task because it's like, hey, this is okay. So it went to next. Now it has a swarm mission. What does it give the mission? So this is going to need to give it like a system prompt. What was my prompt to it? My prompt for it was basically to identify security vulnerabilities. So what it should do is paste in a mission where it should be like, hey, identify security vulnerabilities in the BridgeMind API. And then it's going to have to go, when it goes next, the next step when creating a swarm is to literally like enter the project directory of it. So here it is. It clicked into the mission here. Is it able to do this? I would be very impressed if it's able to do this, guys. And one thing is that people are going to compare this. Oh my gosh. What? Also, you can use here, let's expand this. So find and report security vulnerabilities in the BridgeMind API, perform a thorough security audit, including authentication on authorization flows, injection vulnerabilities, insecure API endpoints, data exposure risks, rate limiting issues, and any other potential security weaknesses. Document all findings with severity levels and recommended fixes. Okay, this is insane. And it literally toggled on the security vulnerability, the security audit skill, which is a bridge skill. That's insane. So this is working, guys, like perfectly. And one thing that I want to say, okay, this is the hardest part. How is it gonna, it has no idea where the BridgeMind directory is on my computer, but it has to navigate to that directory. Like literally it has to. So so this is gonna be challenging. So how are you gonna navigate to the BridgeMind directory? This is going to be probably the most challenging thing because it needs to find the BridgeMind directory on my computer and know where to go, and it needs to figure that out. And nope, that's not it. That's not the right directory. It's at desktop. It's at Matthew Miller desktop BridgeMind. So the really interesting here, okay, now it clicked in. So now it's going to try and select the directory. So it's on my desktop. So it literally needs to find this, and I'm giving it absolutely no instructions on how to find it. So if it's able to find it, I would be very impressed. It's on my desktop. It's on my desktop in a BridgeMind directory. So we'll see if it's able to find it, unless it deletes my C drive first. But let's not look at the downside there. But let's see. I mean, can I prompt it? Can I prompt it? Like, can I do a follow up? The BridgeMind directory is in my desktop. Hold on. Whoa. So it's controlling this. The BridgeMind directory is in my desktop. So can I... Okay, so it just searched it. So this is the challenging piece. So the nice thing that I like about this is, yes, it's controlling your computer, but you also have the free, like, it's working, right? But I still can like move stuff around. This is actually pretty impressive and something that I like. Like, look at this. So it's using my computer, but instead of it just having like full control, right? And it's a little bit weird where obviously I don't know exactly what it is, but for example, I can help it out just real quick here, just by going, okay, it's in this directory here, and I can tell it's looking for it, right? But I'm like, hey, it's right here. Okay, it's right here. So I helped it out a little bit, and that's one thing that's really nice. So it's controlling your computer, it's controlling your mouse and keyboard, but it's also allowing you where if the agent does need help, that it's going to not, make it so that you have to interrupt, but you can just kind of like navigate where you want. And the Claude is going to be working on your computer while it's going on, but you can still like, move around. So if you see that it needs help, you can do that. But you could even see it was looking at like my documents. It was searching for that directory. That's actually my fault because I didn't even tell it where that directory was. So in the future, I would just do a little bit better of a job in my prompt and just say, hey, this is where that directory is, because I should have known that it would need that, right? And that's why prompting is so important. But this is huge. There is no product like this on the market. So Perplexity Computer did release, but as you guys know, and I'm going to let Claude do its thing, but as you guys know, Perplexity like personal computer use was released, but there's a waiting list for it, right? Like it's in beta, it's not actually accessible, people can't use it. And that's what we're seeing is it's like, hey, Perplexity Computer is really cool. I have a Perplexity Max plan for $200 a month. But the thing is Claude just literally shipped this. Anthropic just shipped it. They were like, yep, here you go. Computer use, boom. So I don't think that people, it may catch on quickly, but this is new. This is the ability. I've never seen anything like this. This is absolutely incredible. It's able to use your computer. And this is, first of all, why you get a Mac. Get a Mac if you don't have a Mac. But also, I think this probably is like starting to see the beginnings of killing OpenClaw. I think that OpenClaw is largely overhyped. I think that influencers were hyping it up for views and clicks. When I saw OpenClaw, I've been vibe coding and been in the space for over 3 years. And when I saw OpenClaw, the only thing that I was really interested in when I saw OpenClaw was computer use. And so I'm happy that, Claude and Perplexity saw that as well. And obviously they've been building this out for a while. But let's see if it's able to launch this swarm. That's the last step. And the thing about this is it's a little bit slow, right? Let's see what it actually just messaged me here. So is it done? Let's see what it did. It wants to use Whisper Flow? There's no way. Oh, Whisperflow is blocking it. Whisperflow is blocking it. Well, let's just close Whisperflow. I don't even use Whisperflow. Hold on. How do I close Whisperflow? Hold on. Let's just allow. That's fine. So it wants me. Does it want me to click through it to reach the launch swarm button? It says, let me take a screenshot and click the launch swarm button. So what we're seeing here is like, yeah, it's slow. Okay, it did just launch the swarm. Wow. Okay. All right, so it said everything's ready. Let me click launch swarm now. So you can see here that it now was able to launch a bridge swarm. So you have one coordinator, one scout, one reviewer, two builders, and it's now launched a bridge swarm using BridgeSpace on my computer. So this is insane, guys. I've never seen anything like this. So it was literally able to go all the way through and use BridgeSpace, launch BridgeSpace, and now BridgeSpace has launched a swarm for a security audit on my API. And this was done with like very minimal prompting, and it was done like fairly quickly. How many minutes was that? So it's like Opus 4.6. Obviously, these models are going to get faster, but what I can see with this was just a brief test, and then we're going to try out Dispatch as well. But just a brief test to see what are the capabilities of this. And yeah, 10 out of 10, it was able to do exactly what I needed to do. You can see that my swarm is running here. My swarm is running. We'll be able to check out the chat here soon as chats and messages come through. But I could probably use Claude Code or Claude Computer Use to be able to actually manage the swarm. But this is Claude Computer Use, guys. This is new, and I am thoroughly impressed. This is absolutely off the charts impressive to me because I've been waiting for computer use. OpenClaw is totally overhyped. This is not. This is very, very powerful, and I think that there's going to be a ton of use cases for it, but let's keep using this. And look at this. So now the swarm, you can see that the coordinator 1 has kicked off tasks to the other agents in the swarm. But this is incredible. We were literally able to use Claude to do all of this for us. Let's just keep going. Let's test out a couple things. I'm going to use this on stream today for vibe coding an app until I make $1 million, day 152. But so far, I am thoroughly impressed. Okay, so now we're going to be testing out Dispatch. So check this out. So this is Dispatch. You can see it here now. In the latest update, it's over here like on the left-hand side, Dispatch. And it literally says to use Claude like your phone is a walkie-talkie and to be able to interact with Claude from your phone. So we're going to test this out. So I do have Claude downloaded on my phone, and I'm going to go over to Dispatch here, and I'm going to pair this with my desktop. So check this out. So it says pair with your desktop. Do you guys see this here? So pair with your desktop. So I'm going to pair this with my desktop here, and I'm just going to see what it's able to do. So it says done. So I think it's done. I think it's done, chat. So I think that it says that it's ready. Let's see what happens when let's just give it a, hello there, Claude. Are you reading me? Oh my gosh, chat, that is insane. What? Okay, you guys are seeing my reaction here. This is incredible. Okay, so keep awake. When enabled, Claude will prevent your computer from going to sleep. Allow all browser actions. Oh yeah, we're saying this. Allow all. I want you to check the stock market on my computer. Go to Yahoo Finance and check the price of Bitcoin and the stock market today. Okay, how many prompts can I actually submit though? Okay, so I can only do one at a time through Dispatch. So, okay, I'll pull up Yahoo Finance and check Bitcoin and the stock market for you. So is this actually going to pull it up on my computer, or what's going to go on here? Okay, so I do see it here. I saw that. Wow. So I did just see over here, Claude, you can see that this is Claude here. Claude just pulled up Yahoo Finance and is now checking the stock market. It's also going to check the price of Bitcoin. But one thing is that this is just browser use, right? This is very simple. So we're using browser use from my phone, but really what I want to test out is, so it did just come back and it did give me the price of Bitcoin. It gave me the US market futures. But now what I want to do is I want to go back to our BridgeSpace example, and I want to see if I can launch a BridgeSpace with 12 Claude agents. I want you to open up BridgeSpace on my computer and create a new BridgeSpace with 12 Claude Code agents in the BridgeMind directory on my desktop. I then need you to prompt each Claude agent to do a complete review of the project to gain a full understanding. Prompt every single Claude agent, 12 of them, inside of BridgeSpace with this prompt just to do a quick review and to not update any code. So this should launch BridgeSpace. This is going to be another difficult task. And one thing I will say is that what is it? It's going to open up BridgeSpace. So it's saying allow. And okay, so look at this. So it's saying I can allow this from my phone. So look at this. Allow once. I can allow it from my phone. That's insane. Okay, so oh my gosh. Okay, so Claude is now using my computer from my phone, and is it going to be able to? So this is complex. So it's going to literally need, oh my gosh, it did it perfectly. And then it needs to go to BridgeSpace and open up a terminal workspace. And then it's going to need to navigate to the BridgeMind directory on my desktop. And then it's going to need to launch 12 Claude agents. So one thing I'm seeing is, okay, no, it did the wrong thing there. It did the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. It shouldn't have done a swarm. It shouldn't have done a swarm. So, no. Wrong thing. So that did the wrong thing. It should have done a BridgeSpace. So let's pause this. So at any time I can pause it, right? So I just paused it. Make sure that you launch a BridgeSpace, not a bridge swarm. Okay. So let's try that again. So I said make sure that you launch a BridgeSpace and not a BridgeSwarm. So one problem with this, right? Let's say that I was actually like away. Let's, the use case that they provided was, hey, you can go to lunch and you can do something. Well, the issue here, now it took control again and it said, okay, let's click out of that and it's back. But the thing is if I couldn't see my computer, right, I wouldn't be able to know, and now it's doing the right thing. So now it just went into the BridgeSpace wizard. And the issue that I see with this, and it's not that big of an issue, I'm sure that they'll fix it, but I wouldn't have known that it had done that. So you can see that it did 12 sessions, and now it needs to navigate to the BridgeMind directory. So this is the part that it struggled with when creating swarms. Let's see if it's able to do it correctly. Oh, no. So yeah, so it got this wrong. So it's the BridgeMind directory. So if I was at lunch, if I was downstairs, if I was at the gym and I was having this do this, this would not be it. It's the BridgeMind. So even though I typed my prompt in wrong, yeah, it's not mine. It's BridgeMind. So I'm going to send this off, and I'm seeing, okay, so now it's doing the right thing. So it's not mine, it's BridgeMind. So I just entered this prompt from my phone, and it was able to, now take over. And it looks like you can send things during the conversation. So it's not mine, it's BridgeMind. So now it was able to open up that directory. And you can see now it should just go to configure agents, and then it should choose Claude agents. Okay, so that's the next step in this process, is it needs to go down to configure agents, done, and then it should configure it with all 12 Claude agents. So let's see if it's able to do it. I mean, it should just hit all 12. And this is the thing, is that this is, yep, it did it right. So this is what I want to talk about. It's doing it correctly. It's doing it slowly, but it is doing it correctly. And there are things that are going to improve with this. The number one thing that's going to need to be improved is obviously speed. But guys, there is nothing on the market that we've ever seen like this. I've never been able to use AI like this. I'm using it from my phone, connecting it to my computer, and it's interacting with apps on my Mac to be able to do things for me. And this is, I knew when OpenClaw came out, I knew that it was overhyped, and I knew that computer use was probably coming. And you guys can see behind me here, the Mac Minis that are up on my, up behind me here. I bought these to configure them with OpenClaw, but I also bought them, and it's now asking me, so it's asking me to, it looks like WhisperFlow is just causing issues. So we need to delete WhisperFlow anyway. I use Bridge Voice, and there it goes. So now we have 12 Claude agents that just launched. And remember, it's not done. So now we have 12 Claude agents that just launched. But remember, we told it that it needed to prompt every single agent to do an in-depth review and come back with a review. So we'll see if it's able to do that, because it needs to submit prompts to every single one of these agents. Oh, sorry, you guys missed this. So this, it just did it. It did launch a BridgeSpace. So here's what it looks like. It just did this. And this is, so now it's going to have to go through every single one and actually submit that prompt. So again, you're looking at speed here where, hey, at the end of the day, it's taking a little bit to think and really figure out, like, okay, what do I do here? What am I looking at? Let me process what I'm seeing. You can see there, it's like at the bottom. But what I want to say here is that it's slow, but that will change. As you guys know, the NVIDIA Rubin chips are coming out, and they're supposed to give it a 30x token speed up. So with the same amount of hardware, it's going to produce 30x the output, right? So in 2026, once things start to actually release with these new Rubin chips, these models will speed up. The issue here that I'm seeing is, yeah, it's just, what is it even trying to do? So it's going to edit. What is it trying to do? Is it trying to paste? No, it wouldn't be pasting. So I'm just confused why it can't. It looks like the BridgeSpace is now opened up, and I now need you to submit the prompts into each terminal respectively. Okay, so I'm kind of just ushering it, and this is a good test because it looks like this does, when you do a follow-up prompt here, it does do a really good job. It says the BridgeSpace is up for all 12 agents. I'll now start typing the review prompt into each terminal. So let's see how fast it's able to do this. This is what it said, though. But this is insane because you're able to use your computer. And that's the thing with these OpenClaw agents, what I was talking about with that is that these influencers hyped up OpenClaw, and anybody that you see hyping up OpenClaw, it's overhyped. They're doing it for clicks, they're doing it for likes, they're doing it for visibility because there's a lot of hype around it. And whoa, so it said, do a complete review of this code base to gain a full understanding of the code base architecture in all files. So it did submit the prompt, but it did it without spacing. I don't know why it did it without spacing. I think that that's fine. It says, I'll launch multiple exploration agents in parallel to review the entire monorepo accordingly. So I do wonder, is it going to give the same exact prompt? Yeah, so it's giving it the same exact prompt, and it's doing it with no spaces. I think that's fine. You don't necessarily need, like, the AI is going to be able to understand that. But you can see that it is doing it. So it's doing it, it's moving things around, and I mean, yeah, this use case, it says 5 Explore agents launched. Okay, so here's a little bit of a bug. So it's putting the same prompt into the same terminal there. So it just submitted the same prompt into the same terminal. So that's a little bit of a limitation there. Now it's going over to this one. You can see it just clicked over here. But overall, this technology is new. We're on the cutting edge of it. It's literally within the first 24 hours of this technology coming out. And guys, I am thoroughly impressed, okay? I'm just using an example of BridgeSpace to, because I am a vibe coder. I'm an agentic developer, an agentic engineer, and I do a lot of vibe coding. This is my product that you're looking at, BridgeSpace, BridgeVoice. We're building a suite of vibe coding products at BridgeMind AI. I am an AI, basically an AI engineer, and I've been vibe coding for over 3 years. I've been on the cutting edge of this technology for over 3 years, and I will say this, do not sleep on this. I've been waiting for something like this for a long time. Perplexity Computer is not it. Perplexity Personal Computer, they probably are trying to come up with a competitor to this, but there's a waitlist for it. It's only available for team members. And I'm just surprised. Or actually, no, Max. Sorry about that, Max members. And you can see that Claude just said, nope, no waitlist, no Max subscription needed. As long as you have a Pro, you're good. And they shipped it. And that's what I like about Anthropic. They ship. And the limitations of this so far, and it will get better, is this: it needs a better model and it needs to be faster. But this technology is going to change a lot. You can now operate your computer from your phone. There's certain things about this that I would like to change, but guys, this is absolutely incredible. You guys can see that this is going to change a lot. And I think that I'll be using this on stream. I'll be testing this out, but this is definitely something that we're going to want to use and be on the cutting edge of, because computer use, like I said, it's been something that I've been waiting for, and it's finally here. So thank you, Anthropic, for being the company that has built this for us. I've been waiting for this for years, and truly, thank you. I'm excited to use it more and test it out in different workflows, because I'll be able to do my taxes with this. I'll be able to work in Excel with this. I'll be able to work anything on my computer. I'll be able to edit iMovie. I'll be able to edit this video. Thank you so much to Anthropic. This is incredible. Overall, super, super impressed. This is absolutely insane. I think that like I said, we'll test this more. But guys, I just wanted to create this video for you so that you guys get to see firsthand. This is the future, and this is absolutely insane. So if you guys are watching, haven't already liked, subscribed, or joined the BridgeMind Discord community, which is the fastest growing vibe coding community on the internet with over 7,000 builders, make sure you do so. There's going to be a link in the pinned comment below. Make sure you guys test out Claude Computer Use. I'm going to give this the BridgeMind stamp of approval. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. This is the future, and we're the ones to build it. Let's go.